I hear that.
So many no's, no after no after no, yes at all. And that did not sit right with me. My morals are something that I hold very high. How old do you think I am?
Okay, my bad.
We know we won, but congratulations, you did so well too. Who are like, okay, this acting thing.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
Are you trying to like sign up for poverty? Listen, when she brought the cast of M's and Insizwa into our house.
To the house!
15 different agencies, even the scammers.
Hey. Yo, the scammers, we see you guys.
You know who you is.
Definitely see you guys.
Because I kept going to every single audition, getting a call back, and then not getting the job. And we even started joking and calling me the Callback Queen. Oh. They're like, I can't face any of that anymore. So I was ready to quit 2017.
Is the reason that we don't have a lot of South African movie stars because of the Soapy Lane? Obviously the money. Okay. Let me not say the money. Because now maybe you owe people money.
You had to go there.
Maybe you owe people money and they're like, you never paid off that. She told me she didn't get paid.
I'm not afraid to say the money too.
Yeah.
And you're live on Dead Radio.
Welcome to another very special episode of Dead Radio with your boy Ini, and today we have another very special guest in the building, reporting live from 138 SMUTS, the Dead Store. We're gonna let our guest introduce herself, and then we're gonna get into her life story, and you know how we do, get those jewels for you guys to use in your everyday lives. So without further ado, yeah.
It's always so nice watching people do intros.
I feel you.
Because I can never do it.
I get you. It's taken me so many episodes to get it.
Imagine. Yeah. Anyway, hi, I am Rosemary Zimu. I act for a living. Yes, I pretend to be other people for a living. God-fearing, always telling the truth.
Always telling the truth.
Ini said I should say that. And yeah, I'm happy to be here, excited to unfold whatever you guys, want to unfold with me.
Thank you so much for joining us. How's your Monday going?
There's been a lot of talking this Monday.
Clearly.
Yeah. There's been a lot of talking this Monday.
Yeah.
But it's been great.
Okay.
Blessed, definitely blessed to be, awake, seeing another Monday, seeing new faces.
Yes.
Meeting new people. Yeah. How's yours been?
Busy, good, hot.
Hot, for real, yeah.
Extremely hot.
I mean, I'm sorry, but the heat wave.
Yeah, it's going crazy. But I'm from Botswana, so it actually doesn't matter. Yeah, it's really hot in Botswana.
I know.
How do I begin this? I think to predict the future, you have to look into the past. Right?
Yes.
And to know who you are today, we have to dig into where you come from.
Yes.
So where did Rosemary grow up? Tell us about Rosemary as a young girl. What type of girl were you? Were you an extrovert? Were you an introvert? Did you have a lot of friends?
Oh wow, no, I actually didn't have a lot of friends.
Interesting.
My gran was very protective of me. So I was raised by my granny, that's my dad's mom.
Okay.
I was actually raised by everyone.
Yeah, community.
If I'm just gonna be very honest, I was raised by my uncles, my aunts, everybody got to raise me. But the person that really helped build who I am right now was my gran. And yeah, I didn't have a lot of friends because she was just like, no.
Very protective
so
of you.
protective. And my friends were my cousins and my siblings.
Oh no, you were one of those.
Yeah, those are my friends. We go to Sunday school, we go to crèche, we come back home.
And that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
And I think there was only one time that I remember playing outside with people, like people that were maybe like my cousin's friends. And then my cousin got hurt. And we were told to stay in the house. Okay?
Oh no, then they
that one time. Yes. But I really enjoyed it though. I enjoyed being in the house. She was so entertaining.
Who, your grandmother?
My gran was so entertaining.
Okay.
I think she probably wanted to be an actress herself.
So she's living through you, basically.
I think she, I think she wanted to be an actress. Because we'd always like do wall puppets, and like she'd tell us skits. Yes.
Crazy.
Right? And everybody had their own character.
Okay.
Yeah, I was always the bird. Like, but my name changed every time, which my cousins were always just like, you can't just change your name all the time.
This is a soapy, bro. Like, you can't just change.
You can't be rich and broke.
And broke at the same time. I hear that.
But I could. Why not?
I hear that.
You know, why
that.
not?
Yes, true,
I enjoyed being the bird because I was actually the only animal I could like.
Okay, like make the sign for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not judge that.
We won't. It's
My
fine.
hands are small.
It's fine.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so it was you, your cousins, your family. You guys would I guess you playing or making puppets began your imagination like growing.
100%.
Interesting.
100%.
And in primary school, did you care, like did that transfer to school in terms of like you going to do drama?
Yeah.
Okay, so it came from that.
It did. So I mean, as much as that's what we were doing at home, outside of home when we were maybe at school or Sunday school, there was a lot of, especially Sunday school, that's the one that I remember, where Christmas carol time would come, you know, and somebody needs to be Mary, somebody needs to be the angel, somebody's got to be baby Jesus.
What was the first role you played?
The angel.
Okay, I love that.
I was so happy to be the angel.
I love that.
I played the angel, and then preschool I played Sarafina. We did a whole lot of, plays there. Then primary school came, and yes, it was not puppets anymore.
Yeah.
It was, sometimes making up our own stories, which was great. Where we did not have to go and watch something to bring it. We just used our own imagination. And that's where my puppeteers now came in. The stories that we would tell, in Sesotho back home came there. And it was always like, okay, cool guys, put yourselves in a group or in a pair. And I always had like good ideas. Like, no, don't worry, nobody's gonna take this one.
Okay.
Got this.
So is that when you start developing friends and maybe even coming out of your shell more?
Definitely in primary school, that's when I came out of my shell. That's when I moved to Joburg, I think, just before I got into primary school.
Wait, and then where were you growing up as a...
In the Vaal.
Oh, in the Vaal. Yeah. Hey, shout out to the Vaal.
Shout out to Spooking,
yeah,
baby.
Spooking one time.
Yeah. Okay. That's where I was growing up.
And were you watching like a lot of movies, or was it just you from the puppeteering to you acting at Sunday school to
No, we actually watched TV. I don't really remember if it was still black and white.
It probably was. Respectfully.
How old do you think I am?
Okay, my bad.
I mean, it was probably not black and white, but I don't know. I don't remember if it was, but I know we watched Emzini Nsizwa, we watched Lisilo.
Lisilo.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
I used to be scared of it.
I was terrified.
But now I'm watching it and I'm like,
it's horrible.
Let's remake it.
Yeah. We do need to
Let's
remake
do a young
it,
remake of
'cause that
Lisilo
was
specifically.
Brilliant.
It was
show.
brilliant.
It was so
brilliant.
good. Okay.
Yeah, so there were some movies being watched. We never watched like Days of Our Lives and stuff. I think that's something we started watching maybe when we were like in primary school. Got back from school, and then our caretaker at the time was watching it, so obviously
You have no choice.
while you're doing your homework, you're there like, Brooke.
You cheated again, Brooke. Now I feel you.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, we did watch a lot of TV at home.
Okay.
But when there was no lights, I don't know if we had load shedding back then, but there were a lot of times when we were sitting in the dark, and that's when the candles would come out, the torch would come out, the puppets come out.
And the imagination would run wild.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us about Rosemary transitioning from a young girl to a teenager, because like that phase when you're a teenager like informs so much of what you end up like liking in life. So how do you transition to like the teenage years? Do you have more friends at this time? Like, are you more getting into like the drama? Like, how does Rosemary transition?
And you're live on Dead Radio. and you're live on Dead Radio.
Yes, I do have more friends. I love how we adding this friend thing.
I'm so sorry. Now
I'm
people
a
are
very
be like,
friendly
damn.
person, guys.
No,
I am.
I believe that. I'm not saying that you're a mean.
It's just I think what not having a lot of friends back then taught me is that I need to pick who I want in my space, right?
Curate your
exactly.
space.
Curate my my chosen family.
I hear that.
You know, choose properly. So yes, I did have more friends in high school. Also because I played more sport. I didn't just do the drama side of it. We were forced to play sports, so I had to. But Rosemary was like, listen, I'm just going to pick everything, and if I don't like it, I'll drop it and go to the next.
I love that.
You know?
I think it's super important for kids to pick that up in terms of trying various things, because then that's also the time when you learn what you like,
what you like, what you don't like, who you become also, who you want to become, you know, who you are, who you want to become. I think the sports really helped me with that. I already knew about drama. I knew that's what I wanted to do, but who do I want to be outside of that, especially to people, because every sport would force you to interact with new people every single time, you know. And I mean, I started with water polo and I was like, not for me. Love you guys though, do your thing. And then I went to basketball, netball, and soccer, and those are the three that I stuck with until I finished high school.
Okay. Yeah, you used to play soccer.
I did.
Damn crazy. Okay, dope. I love that. I love that.
I also just like the feeling of scoring a goal and celebrating with everyone.
I think also one of the valuable things that sports teaches you is how to lose. Right?
Oh yes.
That is such a valuable lesson in life. Also losing with humility. And understanding that you actually can't win all the time. Okay.
But also it's something that's taught, losing with humility.
Yes, obviously.
Because I mean, we were sore losers. In high school, we were sore losers. But then, Wikokobeto was something that was taught through the losing, you know, but also the winning too, because we don't want the other team to feel too bad.
Yeah, you can't be boastful about your win.
We know we won, but congratulations, you did so well too. Good for you.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so the end of high school, right? Another super important part in any young person's life. What was your perspective on your career path, and where did you go and study if you did, and what did you go and study?
I already knew that I wanted to go into acting. I knew that from the time I was 5 years old. I knew, right?
And your family's encouraging this?
That's where I'm getting to.
Okay. Yeah,
so I knew what I wanted to do. My gran also knew what I wanted to do and what she wanted me to do.
I love that.
My uncle too, actually. I think he was also very supportive of it. But now the parents, the ones who say, I am paying for that varsity fee. It was them who were like, okay, this acting thing.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
Are you trying to sign up for poverty? That's actually what my dad said. Are you trying to sign up for poverty? He's like, no, you need a backup, you need that. And I literally strongly believed that the industry had grown from what they knew. I understood where he was coming from. Because that generation, I saw it. I mean, my gran was friends with most of the actors from back then. So I saw the struggle. Yeah.
Shout out to your grandma.
Listen, when she brought the cast of Isidingo into our house.
To the house!
Who are you?
So you're looking at Chirani and you're like,
Because also most of them actually Badula Kospoke.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so she knows someone's aunt who knows someone's cousin who knows, and they all go to church together and then.
So you as a kid seeing people that you had seen on TV broke the fourth wall for you, basically.
Yes, because I thought they lived in our TV.
I think all kids
when I saw them on the couch, I was like, how did they get out? The first thing that I thought was, how did they get out? It wasn't, oh my gosh, they're here. It was, how did they get out of that box?
And now they're here.
They're eating my grand's chicken.
I remember seeing Queen from Generations as a kid. And I lost my mind. I was like,
it's crazy.
How? Yeah,
it's crazy.
Okay.
Because you don't think you're going to see these people outside of where you're used to seeing them.
The TV.
You get me?
I get
So
you.
yeah, I always knew what I wanted to do, and yeah, my dad didn't, and that was fine. I didn't fight it, and so I went to study law.
Crazy.
Because he was like, okay, if you want to be doing acting, you must act in the court.
Yo, your dad's an OG, I won't lie.
I act in the court, and I was like, act in the court? What if I'm letting like people that I don't like morally support out of jail?
Yes,
And he's like, you'll be earning the money.
You'll be fine.
And that did not sit right with me. My morals are something that I hold very high.
Okay.
That I never want to cross.
Okay. Okay.
And like I said, it also comes with the being protected thing.
Yes.
But also being protected with truth. With truth and knowing what's right and what's wrong. Because I mean, we grew up at church. We know what's right, what's wrong, right?
Yeah, so your moral standing is like very strong.
Exactly. And I was just like, imagine I'm like in the court, I'm getting somebody out, I must go home and pray hard for forgiveness because, Father God, I feel like I've just sinned by letting this person out. But then that hit me, it wasn't going to be a sin because you have to love everyone.
Yes.
Right? And help everyone.
Exactly.
And
Perspective is so crazy.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why I really stayed in law, because I could have been a rebel and been like,
I'm not doing
I need school fees money. You think I'm doing law, but I'm doing drama. You know what I'm saying? I could have done that. A lot of people were doing that, but I did not know how to lie to my parents.
I love that.
That's like the hardest thing for me to do. So I stuck it through. I failed accounting and LLB so many times. That's when I was like, listen, this is not for me, but let me just do something in the law field, but something that's going to help me with my acting, which is like my contracts and stuff like that when it comes to the acting.
Okay.
And so that's why I did labor law.
Damn. So you stuck it through and you finished that.
I finished labor law, yeah.
At this time, while I'm sure the desire to express this thing inside of you in terms of like the art form of like acting, were you like signing up to different clubs? Like, how were you fueling that flame? Or did you have to subdue it while you were in school?
I had to subdue it for maybe 4 years.
Okay.
And then I remember 2015, I was like,
I need to get this out.
Somebody get me out. And I was in a criminal law lecture. And I sat there like, the lecturer was late that day. And I remember just sitting there like, should I leave, should I not? Because there was an audition that my friend told me about and she was standing in the line for me.
Okay.
And so she told me the line is long so I can actually stay in class and then come later. So I was like, should I just go and stand in the line myself? Should I stay? What should I do? When this lecturer finally arrived and she was crying, and I was like, I should leave.
Yeah. This is the sign.
Yeah, it's the sign. It's the sign. Because I mean, her cry wasn't, her cry was a cry for me too. Because now she's crying that, yes, she's got so much money right now from getting this person out of jail, but then the person that she got out is actually somebody that she's fearful of herself. And that was like, see, criminal law, not my portion.
Yes.
So that's when I was like, you know what, I'm not going to be here for the rest of the lecture. I'm going to leave. See you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
And I stood in the line, but I think I was maybe the 5th person. Got inside and I got the job on the spot. That's when I knew. I said, you see? I knew this is what I was supposed to be doing. I just knew it. And yeah, after getting that role, that's when I started like the little piece jobs that do like promo jobs and stuff.
Okay.
I saved that money so I could pay Camila Waldman to be my acting coach.
Okay. So until that point, you had never gone for a lesson on acting?
Yeah, after matric drama.
And I mean, that's a very unique story in terms of your first audition. Like, you get the green light.
And it was a lead role, not even like a background artist or...
Is that the Nollywood movie, Champagne?
Champagne.
Damn. Okay, we need to zoom in on that and double click and open that folder because most people don't have that experience. Most people like audition for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And is that something you had been praying about? Because that seems very divine.
Right?
It seems so divine.
I didn't pray for Champagne because I didn't even know what Champagne was. I was just told there's an audition for something.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. I didn't know anything about, Champagne. I didn't even know that her name was Champagne until I saw the script when I got into the line. I was like, oh, okay. Champagne, got it. And so I can't say I prayed for that role. I got it, and I think that was the first door opening for me.
I hear that.
You see?
Yes.
Because it wasn't a door that I prayed for, but it's also not a door that a human being was like.
Oh, yes, open for you.
Yes.
I understand.
Yes.
Damn, have you ever thought about, because I always like to think about life like through these different paths based off the decisions that we make. Have you ever thought about if you hadn't left that lecture, how different your life would have turned out?
Yes.
Damn, because...
I'd really be acting in a court.
Yeah, you would be having a very different conversation right now.
You know?
Okay, so you get this role, and do you call your dad immediately and you're like...
Oh, no ways.
Oh, yeah,
What?
I know you're supposed to be in class.
Exactly, I was supposed to be in class. First of all, I actually shot the whole of Champagne without him knowing.
And
Only
you
my
guys shot
grand
it
knew.
here?
Yeah,
Oh.
we shot it here.
Okay.
I think I was the no. I was the only lead South African.
Okay.
But yeah, we had a Ghanaian and Nigerians and all of
Yes,
that.
of course.
I shot the whole of Champagne without
You're
anybody really knowing. Yeah, my gran knew because obviously.
Yeah, that's your guy.
I had to tell her I got it on the spot. Like I didn't have to go home and wait for a call. I literally got it right there. And she was excited, man. Oh, she was so excited.
Yeah.
And crazy enough, that's the year she passed. Like a few months after that. And that for me, it was sad, yes. But it was also just like a green light. Like, yep.
Go do this thing.
That's what you were supposed to be doing anyway.
What were some of the first mistakes? Because now you're on like a production.
For the first time?
Yeah, for the first time in your life. What were some of those mistakes or things you had to learn on the fly? Because now it's a production and every minute that we waste
Counts.
is like, yo,
it's
it
not
counts.
like high school.
Oh no. you can do it again.
Yeah. No.
Their money's being spent. So what were some of those things that you had to get over? Like even maybe butterflies of being in front of the camera.
Yeah, I think, being on the Champagne set for me was more of like school.
Okay.
I was learning more than anything.
Yes.
So I already knew, because I did drama before, that I need to always be prepared. So I knew my lines. I knew that I needed to be directed and I needed to be easy to direct. And then it came now to the part of like where to stand camera-wise.
Yeah.
Okay, when I'm moving
Yes.
with the camera, why am I moving in that direction? What are the intentions? What is all of that? But then I had these thespians that I was acting with, whom I literally only saw on like Africa Magic all the time. And now here they are with
right
me.
in front of you, yes. And you can't mess up.
I can't mess up. Time, But the producers were also just so easy to work with.
I love that.
And they made it seem like there was always time. And I think that's what helped me.
Okay, it calms you.
Yes, it calmed me down a lot. And even when there was one scene where I fluffed a lot and it was because of the nerves, the producer came down, and it wasn't even the director. The producer came to me and she was like, listen, I get it, it's your first, but you're doing amazing, and I want you to know that you need to use your nerves. And that's when I got that using your nerves thing. I was like, actually,
What
I need
does
to
that
use
mean?
it.
What does using your nerves mean? Like,
I'm so sorry, that is so funny.
That guy threw me off. I was like,
That is so funny. I'm watching him there. I'm like, what is he doing? Yes. Sorry.
Yes, using your nerves, because I kind of understand it, because I use my anxiety to fuel me, right? So I'm assuming it's kind of like
it's the
same
thing.
Okay.
But now it's not for Rosemary, it's for the character. Yeah, it's for the character. Whether she is excited, I need to use whatever I'm feeling.
Yes.
Whether it's anxiety, whether it's nerves, whatever it is, I need to use that to make sure that it comes out as excitement.
I hear that.
You know?
I hear that, yes.
Is she gonna cry because she's excited? Is she gonna jump? I don't know. What is she gonna do?
I hear that. I remember from a science lesson in high school, energy.
You gonna bring science into it?
Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed.
Facts.
Right? So it's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
At this time, do you have an agent? No, of course not.
I didn't.
Right? So after this movie, is that when you start thinking about like the business of?
No, do you know, oh my gosh, before the movie, that year, 2015, I emailed 15 different agencies, even the scammers.
Hey. Yo, the scammers, we see you guys.
You know who you is.
Definitely see you guys.
I even emailed the scammers. But I remember how the agents that I really, really wanted to work with, all of them kind of had the same thing to say to me, which is, oh, we already have somebody that looks like you. And I was always just like, who? Nobody looks like me but me. So I don't know what you're talking about, you know?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't even know it was a thing until literally almost every email that's what they said. And then maybe one or two was, oh, we've got too many people, but we'll maybe get back to you when we've got an open space. And then the agent that I'm currently with, I emailed them in the midst of the 15, or 12 that I emailed, and she took the longest to respond. And that's the one that I then started praying for, because I really wanted to be a part of Canvas Cam. She had a small amount of people that she was representing, and it was like top actors, top young actors.
Okay.
Top young actors. I was like, oh my gosh. And at that time, I think I felt like, if I join her, then I'm going to be on the shows that they are on.
Yes, of course.
Because I'm watching these shows and I'm inspired and I want to work with them, But yes, I did pray for her, and she responded and asked me to come in for an audition. And just like Champagne, I got my contract on the spot. I got my contract on the spot. And I've been with Canvas Cam
ever since. Yeah. Please tell me, as a outsider, obviously, who doesn't know like the industry in detail, right? Can you navigate the acting world without an agent? Is it possible? Because I mean, you got your first role without one, but it seems like they are kind of middlemen between like the production companies and the actors.
They really are.
Okay.
Besides just being middlemen, they're there to fight for us. Like there's a lot of things that happen in this industry where actors are like exploited.
Yeah, of course.
Getting hurt on set and not having somebody like help you maybe claim your money or whatever it's a hard thing. So it's a yes or no to your question.
To my question, yes.
Yes, because yes, if you start with an agent and then you become this great actor that like you're not even auditioning much, they're calling you.
Your name is your
name is just there, then you can represent yourself. I've seen a lot of the older actors actually start doing that. Yes. But no.
It's not advisable to do that.
It's really not. Really not. There's a lot of things that we fight for as artists, and if you're now thinking I need to fight and this side I need to be a character, it's a lot. So rather leave the agent to do the fighting and then you just focus on your work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, let's get back on your timeline. So you get the contract, now you have an agent. Now you're like, okay, now I'm here.
Yeah.
How many more auditions did you have to go for before you started, the Soapy pathway?
Yeah. 2015 is when I signed with her. And then I think I had a whole year, 2016, where I did not work at all. Yeah, nothing. But for me, it was helpful because I was finishing labor law.
Okay.
Sad though, because I kept going to every single audition, getting a call back, and then not getting the job. And we even started joking and calling me the Callback Queen. Because that's literally all it was. I would get a call back and get a sorry right after that. But in the callback, I would even feel that, you know what, this could be mine, because they really loved my performance. This could be it, and then it wasn't.
Happened.
Yeah, mainly I think it was because I had severe acne. So on television, it didn't look great to have bad skin.
Damn, so like makeup, like they can't.
It made it worse.
Okay,
No.
I understand.
There's acne, then there's severe acne,
I feel you.
where you cannot hide it at all. It's like,
damn.
Yeah, it's like mountains on your face. It was bad. It was bad.
I'm sure that messed with like your self-esteem.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. I was very insecure. I remember after that year when she would send me to things after Happy New Year or whatever, 2017 comes in, she's sending me to things. I was like, no, I don't actually want to be the callback queen. And if this means this is where it ends for me, then let it be. But personally inside, I can't do it anymore. I can't get another no. I can't get the looks when they see me with my acne where they're like, ugh. I can't face any of that anymore. So I was ready to quit 2017. I was just like, nah.
I'm not doing this.
I don't want to do this anymore. And I was already on the medication to you know,
for your skin.
Yes, for my skin. I had been on the medication since I was in grade 11. So I was now like on and off Recitine, Oratine, Yasmin's, all these things. And that already makes you feel like icky on the inside. Yes. So, and it also messes with your mental health.
Of course. And
so much.
It mixes with your hormones, like your natural hormones.
Exactly.
I understand.
So already, I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good. But yeah, as I was ready to just throw in everything, I booked a commercial.
Okay.
And I think that's where I was like, okay, cool. I see it. It was a commercial. It was Strepsils, if I'm not. Yeah, I think it was Strepsil, and that has to be here. But them not minding the skin being, they were even just like, oh, this is real, you know. So this is what we want.
You're a real person.
You're a real person.
Okay.
No airbrush. No, you are a real person, and that's when I was like, okay, cool. Okay, God, I hear you. I'll stay.
I want to zoom in again and open the
zoom in. I see what you did there.
Not on your skin, but open the folder persistence, right? Because persistence is such a huge key to unlocking your dreams, right? And I've always wanted to know, in a space like yours, where you go from audition to audition, hearing no's or getting callbacks, and then you come and then it's another no. How are you dealing with that? Like even that year before, like you had the commercial, how are you mentally dealing with that? Because that's where a lot of people give up. Like after like 3 no's, they're like, maybe this thing isn't for me. But persistence unlocks so many doors. But now there is no time limit on persistence. That's the thing. Like, so how are you mentally dealing with the no's? Like just as an actress?
I don't feel like I was dealing with them myself. Well, I wasn't going home and being like, oh my gosh, how am I going to deal with this? No. My agent really helped me.
Okay.
She really, really helped me. And I don't think she realized how much her prayers and her words got me out of the darkness that I was falling deep into. Yeah. Because I mean, if it's not the pills, it's the fact that I just lost my gran, it's, you know, all these things were just piling up. And I felt like I was getting into like some very bad depression.
Of course.
But having her just calling me every time to check up on me, and I think she could also feel that, oh, shame. I know we're joking, Callback Queen,
yeah, but
damn.
I hear that.
So many no's, no after no after, no yes at all. Especially after getting something like champagne.
Yeah, of course.
So I was like, oh yeah, no.
I'm here,
I'm here, you know, I can do this thing. And I've got my acting coach and I've got all these things. And just hearing all the no's. So I think she played a very big part in helping me deal
with that, yeah.
Yeah, I can't say that I maybe went home and prayed to deal with it. I didn't. I went home and cried. Definitely went home and cried. But now to get out of that crying phase, it was her.
Okay.
Shout out Anna.
Oh, shout out
Shout
to her,
out.
bro.
It was her, and she doesn't know how much I was crying, but the amount of times that she was praying.
Yeah. It helped you unlock the door. Damn.
That's what kept me going. Even when I wanted to quit, like I said, she was just like, no, it's coming, I can feel it.
Yeah, I just felt like we needed to zoom in on that because like, it doesn't matter what space you're in, like the no's are coming. They're definitely coming.
And they're painful, man.
They are
painful.
Very.
Especially when there's no yes in between.
Yes.
It's sore.
Yeah, it feels like an attack on you.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
But that's the thing. After one yes, the yeses started coming in between all the no's.
So that first yes in 2017 from the commercial opened all the other yeses.
It did.
So what was the next yes for you?
The next yes, wow. I think it was maybe 5 commercials. It was commercial,
Okay.
and then it was Isidingo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've always wondered about the path that actors and actresses take in South Africa. It always seems to be get on a soapy, a mainstream soapy, and then prime time, and then from that move on to movies. But you did it the other way, right? Which is like super crazy. You started with a movie and then went on to TV. Weren't you worried about, how do I even ask this? Weren't you worried that you were going to be typecast as a TV person and not a movie star? Because those are two very different.
Very different.
Very different.
And you know, is it Samuel L. Jackson? No, it wasn't Samuel. It was
Denzel.
That said,
Let me show you the difference between.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as a movie star, I'm being invited into the house.
Yes.
As a TV star, I'm always there.
I'm there.
I'm the furniture.
Yes. And you're unreachable.
Exactly, but I wanted to be both. I knew I wanted to be both. Okay. And I remember when I got Isidingo, I said to my agent, oh, by the way, when I got Isidingo, my character didn't even have a name. Because she was supposed to just be there for 3 months, and that was it. And so when they extended the contract and started giving her a name, I was like, hold on. We spoke about this.
Yes.
I don't want to be there for too long, but if I am going to be there long, I must be doing other things.
Of course.
I don't want to be typecasted, so the other things must also be something completely different. It must be very challenging for me.
I understand
love the challenge.
I get that. I get
absolutely, that. I think I'm addicted to challenge.
Like challenge, okay.
Yes.
So like difficult characters.
I'm addicted to that. And so I feel like that's how then I went from being on Isidingo and on Scandal and on Generations all at the same time. I was literally going from set to set to set. It was so much fun for me. I loved it.
How are you balancing them? Like, so everyone knew that you worked on the other shows.
They all knew each other anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Now they had to communicate about Rosemary, that's it. You know, now they had to make sure the schedule is, and also the scheduling thing, agents help with that.
Okay.
Where I'm just waking up in the morning and I know that
get to work.
I have to go to Isidingo right now, then maybe later I'm doing Scandal, and it's all in the same space at
Okay.
Sasani Studios. So, you know, there's not a lot of stress there.
Damn.
But navigating it for me was, I don't want to say easy, but what helped me was my black book. So I have a book of all my characters, what they like, what they don't like, how they speak, how they react to specific things. And so I remember just walking from the one studio to the other, and I was just opening the book. I was like, okay, cool. We're done with Veronica, we're moving on to Lily Juice. What is she like? Get inside, get into her clothes, and I'm already her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're very analytical about like the characters that you play. Do you add on top of them?
Yeah, you have to.
Okay.
Because the brief can be like a paragraph, right? And then now you have to give her a past. You have to give her a future beyond what they have written.
Okay.
Especially if it's let me say a film.
Yes.
You have to definitely give a future beyond where it stops.
Okay.
Whereas on, you know, telenovelas, it's ongoing, but that's where now you need to communicate with the writers and be like, okay, cool, this is what I thought, but what did you write? And sometimes you even inspire the writers, like,
okay, where they're like, oh, damn, I love that. I never thought about, okay.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a separate question from your timeline, right? I just want to hear what you think. I think we're living through an era, maybe the last 10 years, right? Where it's become the death of the movie star, right? Let me explain.
Okay.
We don't have movie stars, and I'm talking just globally, right? We don't have movie stars like Will Smith, Denzel, Leo, like the people who, once people know, or the audience knows that, oh no, Will Smith is dropping a movie this Friday, they get people into seats, right? And because I think it's because of like the internet, like there's so much access to people that like, you can't be a superstar on that level if the world can just access and find out, oh, Rosemary was eating at wherever and she had a salad today. Like, what's
That's
your
true.
perspective on the death of the movie star? And then also streaming came in, and then series became just as big as movies. So what's your perspective on that? Like, what's the last like movie star like who was born like in the last 10 years?
I mean, born in the last 10 years, I mean, Chadwick was really a movie star.
Is he from, okay, yes, you're right.
He was a movie star.
You're right.
But now if you have to bring it back home, right?
You're right.
I really do think that in Hollywood there are a lot of movie stars still, right? Let me tell you why. I do get what you're saying, that now we know what everybody's doing, where everybody's at, and all of that. Too accessible and all that. But, and I won't lie, I do miss opening up a newspaper to see when the movie is gonna be, and I should book right there. I do miss that so much.
Me too.
So much. But now, it is kind of nice to see, you know, a different side of the movie star.
I hear that.
I don't think it's the death. I think more than anything, it's the, I don't know how to put it, it's almost like the personalizing the movie stars, or humanizing.
Humanizing. I like that. Humanizing, yes.
The movie stars.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. I'll agree to disagree, but because like, yeah, it's like Chadwick definitely, because he was on Black Panther.
Yeah. And even, wow, what is his name? The British guy? Come guys, help me out. He's British, he just had his statue come out there where he stays in London. What's his name? Daniel.
Okay.
Daniel was a movie star.
Okay, you're right. Okay,
He's
maybe
a
I'm
big
hating.
movie
Maybe I'm
star.
hating. But
that's what I'm saying. In South Africa, I don't see them.
Yes.
If I had to place somebody to become one, I would say just one person. There's a long list, but I think if I'm going to put just one person, Bonko could be our movie star.
I understand that.
Outside of the wife.
Okay.
If he didn't do the wife, and we didn't know him from the wife, and he was just in the films that he's in right now, that's a movie star. Knox, that's a movie star.
Okay. I hear you. And that also leads me to, is the reason that we don't have a lot of South African movie stars because of the Soapy Lane? It is, right? Because they also get typecasted. Like, I remember Jack Mabaso, like, yo, he's a phenomenal
He is.
actor.
He is.
But like, every time I see him,
You see Jack?
I'm like, Jack Mabaso, where's the club?
Where's the club?
Bro. Okay.
That is true. A lot of people have been typecasted into either just a villain or a cop or
whatever.
You know. But then we have these streaming platforms that have come in, and now everybody can be challenged to be other characters because it's not always the same characters that we're looking for. Because I do feel like there was a time where I was watching TV and I'd be watching Isidingo and Generations maybe, and I'd see the same person playing the same role.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's not challenging, right?
It even as a viewer also, it bored me. I was just like, oh, there's Rosemary. She's a nurse there and she's a nurse there too.
Basically.
Come on, give me
I
blood, grime, something different, you know? But then I feel like now where we have these platforms where they were trying to step away from the whole telenovela thing.
Yes.
It was nice
now they're building stories, which comes in Savage Beauty. Because I think that's the first time like I saw you, right? Because I tapped out of telenovelas like a decade ago, or even more. Yeah, I just tapped out like.
Damn, why a decade? That is like.
It's been a while. I won't lie to you. I think the last telenovela I watched, The River. I got into The River. And then I was like, wait, no. Because that's how telenovelas get you. You watch one episode, the second episode, now you're like, this guy's character is interesting. By the fifth one, now I'm there with the popcorn. I'm like, I can't.
And then by the 100th, you're like, okay, cool. I already know what he's going to do.
Then
I know this person, like I live with him in my house.
So Savage Beauty, was that the first Netflix production that you did?
It was the first Netflix original that I did.
Okay.
I know they've written it everywhere that it was Shadow. But Shadow was not originally for Netflix. We shot Shadow outside of Netflix.
And then it went to Netflix.
Exactly.
Okay, so Savage Beauty was the first one. You killed that role, dog. I was like, I believe you. Like, I believe you're this person. That's like...
Thanks. That's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
And what was the timeline in terms of like auditioning to like first day of shooting for that? Like, how long did that take?
Whoa. It was the first time actually going through something like that for so long. I think I auditioned 2020, sent a self-tape in 2020. I think maybe towards the end of 2020. I don't really remember. I sent a self-tape, and then we had the callbacks. The first callback was end of 2020, and the second callback was maybe Feb 2021.
Okay.
And then after the callbacks, it was now chemistry reads, where you come in to as the character that you auditioning for, and then there's a whole line of the other characters, and you have to see who you connect with.
Together.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a lot of chemistry reading until April. I got the news on my birthday, April 15th, that I got the job. So it was a long process. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that timeline is long.
Yeah, I didn't think about the months.
When did you guys start shooting?
We started shooting in June.
Okay, so that
end of May, June.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Whoa, that was long. I think that for me, and that's not just for me, the other actors too, were like, this is giving international. It's not giving you get the job on Friday, Monday, you must be inside.
With Jack Mabaso. Yo, shout out to yo.
It was definitely Definitely giving international.
Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously you had worked on local productions and now you're on an international. And obviously you could immediately see the difference. And what were those differences?
Firstly, the trailers.
Of course, of course.
Because as much as I know, shout out to Generations, because we do have our own rooms.
Okay.
Shout out. Sometimes we have to share though. But
yeah, but come on.
Yeah, we don't have to share on Netflix. I'm kidding. We have the trailers. We have 80s that are really taking care of you. Like for real. Then we have transport. They come in to fetch you from your gate.
Oh.
Okay, please.
Okay.
And then we have the preparation process where we're doing a table read. I never used to do table reads. I did not know what that was. Yes. When they say we're doing a table read, I'm like, to read what? What are we doing?
So what actually
I've read the script at home.
A table read?
Table read is where you come together as the actors and directors too, and the producers will be there, but they don't have to be at the table really. And you're going through the script, reading the script, changing whatever needs to be changed. And because now you've read it at home and maybe you're getting the gist of who your character is, now that you're with the other actors and the other characters, you know where you are placed in the story.
Okay.
So it's basically just preparing you
for
what's
shooting.
Coming, yes.
Okay.
So when you're shooting, you're not lost. But where's this scene coming from? Why is this scene even happening? Why am I talking to this person like this? Now the table read helps with like, okay, cool, this is why I'm reacting to this person like that. You know, because most of the time you'll get the script, you'll get the briefs, and then by the time you get to set, you don't know who your character is still. So the process was very, very different. Very
course.
different.
Elevated.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah. And then what else?
Obviously the money. Okay. Let me not say the money. Because now maybe you owe
You had
people
to
money.
go there.
Maybe you owe people money and they're like, she's never paid off that. She told me she didn't get paid.
I'm not afraid to say the money too.
Yeah.
But I love that you brought that where people are going to say, oh, she's got money. Yes, the money was different, right? But we also need to remember that in South Africa we don't get royalties and all, so we're not always getting paid. I'm getting paid for the time that I'm on set.
And it's done.
And that's it. But now with Savage, I was getting paid for the time that I was on set, but also for the usage. Usage is it being on Netflix.
Okay.
Yes.
Makes sense. Even if Netflix are the people who created it?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because on telenovelas, you're getting paid like a daily rate most of the time.
Yes, that I've heard.
And that's it.
And if you're only shooting on Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, forget about it.
That's what unless they've brought in global actors where you get like a salary every month no matter how many times you come in.
Yes.
Which that's where I see the growth in our industry. I love that. I love that we are able to be global or principal, you know. I mean, know that our salary is standard every month. Yeah.
I mean, even me as like a consumer of the art form, like I feel like when Netflix stepped into South Africa, like we just started seeing like even just the storytelling, because I'm a fan of storytelling. Like before we even get into who's the actors or the actresses, like the story, like. And I feel like South Africa was in this rut where we're just telling the same story.
Right?
It's like, bro, there's so many different stories from so many different vantage points that we can tell.
We just need a chance. We just need somebody to be like, okay, you know what? It's gonna be hard for South Africa to accept, but we're still gonna show it.
I hear that.
You know?
I hear that, yes.
And I feel that's what they did with Savage. And not just South Africa. With Savage, it was the whole of Africa.
Yes.
But like, it's gonna be a tough pill to swallow.
Yes.
But we still want to show it.
I remember I ran through that first season in like a couple hours. I was just like, yo, what's about to happen next? So I was like, yo, this is a really dope story to tell. And the whole cast, like,
superb,
chef's
right?
kiss, yeah, amazing.
The story, yo, I think when I read it also, I was like, whoa, skin bleaching? People are gonna look at it and be like, are they dragging me?
Yeah, is this a personal attack?
Personal attack, maybe?
Yeah, are you subbing me? Yeah.
But it was a story that needed to be told because of the dangers of skin bleaching.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and it's a hidden secret in Africa. Like it's like people know that it happens, but like people never actually discuss it.
Exactly. Happy we go to Small Street,
you know,
they're selling skin bleaching, you know?
It's all there. And that shit is so dangerous. So I was super happy about the story. Netflix being in South Africa, right, obviously forces all the production houses to level up. But leveling up also requires money, right? Because that is where America and Europe are beating us, because their budgets for like a movie could be like $20 million, which is like more than 200 million rand, right?
Yes.
So how is Netflix actually good for competition, or is it so advanced with so much resources that can anyone actually even meet them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody can meet them.
Okay.
It's how they use their budgets.
That's the key.
That's the key.
Okay.
Because you need to focus. There's a lot of things that the money goes to. It's not always just the actors. It shouldn't. Not all your money should be going to the actors. Yes, they should be getting paid their worth.
Yes.
100%. But the actors are not the only ones making the story. So we need the budget for like the cars that need to be spinning. We need the fire, the people that are going to be building whatever they need to build. Everything. We need the proper cameras.
Yes.
DOPs that know what they're doing. That's where budget needs to go. Like budget needs to go into things like that. And I love how it is forcing people to step up. Netflix.
Yeah.
Because you watch and you're like, whoa, they've got the best houses in Joburg. In Cape Town, they're using great cars and actually crashing them. They're doing, all these things, but it's because the budget is going there. It's not going behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Nobody's pocketing nothing.
Pocket. I understand that.
And if they are, we're not seeing it because we're still seeing this greatness in front of us. But also, the productions that Netflix works with, it's not just one production anymore.
Yes.
They are working with a lot of the known productions in South Africa. Yeah,
I understand.
And that's why now it's a thing where, because the production has seen this and has seen where the budget should be going, now they're going to do something for Mnet and it's going to be amazing.
I mean, even Shaka, like when it came out, I was just like, okay, the game is definitely elevated. Like, I think their budget was like 200 million rand. I think that was why that was in my head. And I'm like, yes, this is where we need to go. Like,
you could see it.
Yes.
And not just with things in front of the camera, but also the editing.
Yes.
Editors also, like, they're important.
Very.
They are so important.
Very important.
Fixing things in post is not easy.
Okay. I feel like I just needed to have a conversation about that, because more intricately like how Netflix is actually elevating the entire landscape.
Yeah. Everyone can do it. And I feel like at first it was almost like people looking at Netflix like competition.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. But I think more than anything it should be, okay, cool, this is time for us to accelerate.
Elevate.
Yeah.
I love that. Are you happy about how your industry is growing right now? like, and the place that it's at. Like, I know Netflix is like a really big thing, and then there's also Amazon Prime, which is in the country.
Not anymore. It's not in the country anymore.
It's not? Damn.
They left us. They left us.
They took the budget and they were like, see ya.
Sorry. They left us. But I think they'll be back, man.
Yeah,
We've got way too many beautiful stories to tell for them not to come back.
They will. They will.
Yeah.
But are you happy about the field? The opportunities that young actresses and actors are getting, the shows, like the money. Like, are you happy about the field right now?
I'm happy about where we're headed.
Okay, the trajectory.
Yes, I can see the journey. Ne? I just pray that this is not where we are right now is not where we stay.
Okay.
Because we have so much potential. And we actually do still have the potential to pay everybody their worth. Everybody, not just actors. I know, the biggest voices are actors need to be paid their worth. It's actually everyone.
Yes.
Crew also. We all
the
deserve.
Gaffers, the set designers, I understand.
Wardrobe, makeup. Hey, these people work. They work.
And
actors come in, I can say in a week, we can come in 5 out of 7 days. They are there 7 out of 7 days.
For hours.
For hours. They get there before us, they leave after us. They need to also be getting paid their worth. So what I was saying was I'm happy with where we're going, but it's not great right now. Yeah.
I get that.
It's not great right now.
It's better than in 2015 when you got like Champagne, or 2016,
yes.
right? Yeah, it's like way better.
Way better.
So you can see that it's actually getting better.
I think also our I was gonna say government, but right now I'm just gonna say our president needs to take us seriously.
Hey, the Department of Arts, Mr. Gayton, please, huh?
I won't lie, I've never really heard him saying anything right now, but I think he might.
He's the most active Minister of Arts and Culture I've ever seen. Like, he's actually like involved. Like, he's having meetings with, maybe he hasn't had meetings with you guys, but like.
Apparently he did in KZN.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's active, bro. And I think he will be the one to help change things.
I do pray that he does.
So you're happy where the industry is going, but where is Rosemary going? Like, is the dream to leave Africa and go to Hollywood? Is that the dream? Is that still the right dream for black kids to have?
You know what? Any dream is the right dream for black kids to have, right?
True.
Especially if you feel you're gonna go to America and stay there for good. That's your dream, that's your right dream. If you feel like you're gonna go to America, learn something, come back home and teach, that's your dream, that's the right dream. And that is actually my dream. Okay. I've got the American dream, definitely.
Okay.
But not to be there forever. For me, going to Hollywood is like stepping into the champagne.
I get
set.
you. Okay.
Learning everything, taking everything and bringing it back home.
Yes.
Yeah, bring it back home. I know I'm not going to, I already said I don't like talking, so I'm not gonna like hire a hall and just talk about what I learned and let's just do it. It will probably be a go there, come back, and then have like maybe you guys.
Yes.
And we produce something together. Something completely different.
I hear that.
Something Hollywood inspired in terms of production.
Yes.
Not story. In terms of production. But at the same time, I do want to come from home and go and shoot African stories that side. There's a lot of Africans staying in America. Let's go shoot their stories. Because we're seeing the American stories. We're seeing
and we're actually
Tyler Perry's, we're seeing all of that. Yeah, we are tired.
I have a theory that America has hit a ceiling in terms of storytelling. I feel like they keep recreating the same stories. It's been like, it's so far and few between where I watch a movie from America and I'm like, oh man, that was amazing. That was such a great story, because they have the budgets, and
they do.
When you have privilege, and you've had privilege your whole life, you get to a point where it doesn't even mean anything anymore.
Goes.
It's like anything can go. Let's make Fast and Furious 10. And that's why I asked you, is America, should that be the dream when we can all see that the world is now turning towards Africa?
Oh yeah, their eyes are on us hard.
That definitely here.
Their eyes are really on us.
We have millions of stories that have never been told.
But that's the thing though. That's the thing. That's why going there is kind of important for me, because there are eyes that are on us and wanting to do something, but there are eyes that are on us and seeing others do something, then they're gonna just go and replicate that. Whereas if I go there, I would be like, okay, cool, you're seeing what you're seeing, but let me tell you everything.
Okay.
And don't come and want to do another Woman King. No. There's so many other stories that can be told.
Literally.
So many others. So we need to go fetch them.
Yes.
For me, it's almost like going to fetch them.
Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Go take the resources and then bring them back. I love that. Every guest who comes on Dead Radio, I speak to them about the evolution of their dreams, right? Because I'm always super interested in how people's dreams evolve, right? And you stepped into the building of film, right? And once you step into the building, you're like, oh, there's 10 other doors. There's 20 other doors, right? What's a new dream for you? I mean, you did speak about going to America and extracting all the value and bringing it
all
back.
Of them.
Yeah. But what's a new dream for you today that you didn't have 6 months ago, 12 months ago, 18 months ago? I know that you have the RZ eyewear, which I'm very super interested in. I would like to see you develop that. But
Thank you.
What's a new dream for you today, since you stepped into the building of film? Yeah,
so because I learned so much from each department, and because I let me just step into the makeup department right now, right?
Okay.
I'm not a makeup artist, I don't do any of that, but hair and scalp care is so important on set, because we change hair
all the time.
All the time.
Of course.
And we need to take care of our hair. People are losing their hairlines out here, guys. You know who you are. People are losing their hairlines out here, and it's not their fault. It's because of, the pulling and all of that on set.
Makes sense.
So I do want to, come up with a product that's going to help with that. Okay. And also just not the product, but also get onto sets and actually show them how to use them, how to take their time with it also. Maybe after wrap, let's massage someone's scalp, wash it, or cutting the hair. Let's put on a mask on the scalp to make sure there's no bumps and scratches and all of that. I really am into that, because I do take care of my own scalp very well.
Yeah, of course, clearly.
Very well. That. So yeah, I want to bring that into production, because I did notice that a lot of damaged hair happens there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it does happen there.
I didn't know that. Damn.
No, it's bad. It's just like the skin. I love that right now makeup artists will ask, so what do you use? What don't you use? What are you allergic to? And all of that. That's great. So now let's do it for the hair also.
Okay.
Let's do it for the scalp.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that.
And I do want to bring RZ back. I really do. It's just time.
Yeah.
Time. I don't want to rush anything.
I hear that.
Yeah, it's just time. And I also really like being behind the camera, directing. I love that. Not directing, directly behind the camera, holding the camera.
Okay.
DOP thing. Yeah. I think that's something I fell in love with when I was actually shooting Savage, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think I really like what Tom is doing. Should I take Tom's job?
I love that.
Should I just stop Zintle and go take Tom's job? Yeah, I was really interested in the things that he was doing and how he was doing it and like the technicalities behind it. Yeah, so if I'm not this side, I would love to be here.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, and Gajima, so obviously I can hold the camera, you know? Come on.
I love that.
Yeah.
Damn, this has been such an amazing, enlightening conversation. What's your last piece of advice to the black kid out there? The dreamers, the people who want to step out and create a name or a lane or a path for themselves. What's your last piece of advice? Should
I say it into camera?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let me think about it quickly. I think one thing I do want to say is that your lane has already been created. You just need to recognize it. You need to shine your light on it so you can actually see it clearly, and also know that it's yours. It's a lane that cannot be taken from you. And it's different for a reason. Oh my goodness, we all have different lanes for a reason. It's because on this earth, your lane is important and it's needed. So don't try and imitate anybody else's. Don't try and paint your lane a color that it's not supposed to be. But also keep going, because that lane that you're on is a never-ending road. And for as long as you wake up and you see it, it's not over.
Damn.
It's not over.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you
so much for your energy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit us up with what your favorite key or jewel was from the episode, and we'll be back with another episode of Dead Radio from your boy Ini.
And you're live on Dead Radio.